Hey everyone, Photoman here with another video. This one is my Sandstone school project of Calgary that I've been working on for a month or two, maybe even 3. I'll put the individual school videos from the oldest to the newest. I want to thank everyone for watching my channel, and if you like the videos, feel free to share them. And if you like them, give them a thumbs up, comment, all the usual stuff. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate that. I've been working on the audio difference between my speaking and the music, so that will be much better going forward. Thanks again. Now let's go to school. This gorgeous inner city sandstone building is called South Ward School. A little bit more on the name change later. It was constructed over the years 1893 to 1894. It is Calgary's first sandstone school, as well as the first school with electricity and running water. In 1907, a new 10-room school was built on the same lot, specifically on the green space next to the tennis courts, which you'll see in the video at the top of your screen about now. In 1910, both schools' names were changed to commemorate the memory of Sir Frederick Holtain, who served as Premier until Alberta became a province in 1905. The larger school closed in 1962, and a major fire in 1964 led to its demolition. Holtain School was declared a registered historic resource in 1979, and is currently home at the Calgary Parks Foundation, which has renovated and repaired the school and has taken responsibility for revitalizing the former schoolyard into what you see now. Inglewood, Calgary's oldest community, which was established in 1875, is where you'll find the new East Ward School, which was completed in 1903. It was designed by William Dodd, who also designed the old City Hall. In 1907, the size doubled to 8 rooms and was named after the Queen Consort of King Edward VII. Hence the name Victoria School. In 1910, William Aberhart, known as Bible Bill, became principal of the school. He became widely known as an evangelist and created the Social Credit Party in 1935. He was also the Premier of Alberta from 1934 to 1943. The gymnasium was built onto the front entrance in 1952, and the school, as a whole, closed in 1962. Thanks to community perseverance, it reopened as the Alexandra Centre in 1976, and today houses groups such as Calgary Family Service and Inglewood Child Development Centre. 1907, this normal school opened its doors with 2 instructors to train 26 student teachers from every province in Canada, with some from the United States and the United Kingdom. In 1922, the Calgary Public School Board purchased the normal school building and renamed it McDougall School in honor of the pioneer missionaries George and John McDougall. Over the next 6 decades, McDougall School served first as a junior high, then as an elementary school. By 1981, Calgary's population had shifted away from the central core, and the school was closed. On September 8, 1987, the Honorable W. Helen Hunley, Lieutenant Governor of Alberta, officially opened McDougall Centre, the Alberta Government Centre for Southern Alberta. Amazingly, underneath this beautiful building and plot of land is McDougall Parkade, containing 658 parking stalls. This is the Dr. Carl Safran Center, which was built using locally quarried sandstone. It was originally named Central Collegiate Institute and was the first structure in Calgary built specifically for secondary education. When it was completed in 1907, it was the most modern school in Calgary, featuring a self-contained heating plant and indoor plumbing. It was designed by W.M. Dodd, who also designed the old Calgary City Hall. Like City Hall, it also has a clock tower and splendid arched entrances. Look closely and you'll notice one entrance is clearly marked for boys and the other for girls. The school took on Dr. Safran's name in 1972. Carl Safran was Alberta's first school psychologist and began the special education system in the province. He was also the chief superintendent of the Calgary Board of Education, authored several key educational texts, and introduced culture-based intelligence tests that are used throughout the world. He has been called one of Alberta's great heroes of public education, and the school name pays tribute to him as a leading light in the field. Now part of the adjoining Calgary Board of Education office complex, the school has been carefully restored. This Sandstone school was built in 1912 on 5.98 acres purchased from Colonel James Walker, one of Calgary's leading pioneer businessmen. Additions to the structure, including a gymnasium, were made in 1952, 1965, and 1982. This school has served the community in a number of roles. From 1916 to 1922, it provided a home to the Technical Institute, and during the flu epidemic of 1918-1919, the school was pressed into service as an emergency hospital. Currently, the school offers kindergarten to grade 6 classes, special education classes, and 3 William Roper satellite classes. It also houses the Inglewood Wildlands Society, the Inglewood Child Development Center, and an after-school care program operated by Parent Advisory Council. Connaught School was completed in 1911. It is named in honor of the Duke of Connaught, the son of Queen Victoria and then Governor General of Canada. The Duke and Duchess were in Calgary in 1912 to open the Calgary Exhibition and Stampede. In 1914, the Duke accepted an album containing a view of the school sent by Mr. R.B. Bennett, who later became Prime Minister of Canada. The Duke, in reply, presented the school with portraits of himself and the Duchess that are still on display in the school. In 1920, 4 new classrooms were added to the auditorium that was located on the 3rd floor. More space was needed for physical education, so a new gymnasium was added in July of 1952. Connaught School is the oldest continually operating school in Calgary.
Life lessons come 1 in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. Life lessons come 1 in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. Life lessons come 1 in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. Life changes just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours.
Named after W.H. Ramsay, this 13-room school was built in 1912 and is situated on 7.7 acres. Ramsay Elementary is a great old Sandstone school with a lot of original work, such as oak woodwork, slate staircases, brass railings, and big windows. It is located in one of the oldest communities in the city. Sun Alta School was built in 1912 on the west edge at that time of town during Calgary's development boom. It was built from sandstone taken from a quarry which was part of a ravine just west of the school. Although the present facility was built in 1912, Sonalta School originally opened in 1910 as a two-room wooden structure located on 16th Street and 12th Avenue. In September of 1913, the new school opened its doors to students of Nob Hill, Sonalta, and Killarney. In 1957, Sonalta underwent modernization with the addition of 2 gymnasiums, showers, and a music room. The addition was done in the modern style of concrete block, contrasting with the old sandstone structure. In approximately 1964, the old quarry and ravine just west of the school was filled in and became part of Crowchild Trail. The old schoolhouse stood as the city changed around it. In 1995, Sonalta School celebrated the opening of a new computer lab and creative playground, as well as the creation of a mural by local artist Dean Stanton. The mural covers both a north and west-facing portion of the school and is seen by thousands of motorists on both Crowchild and Bow Trail every day. The Victoria Sandstone School is a pre-World War I two-story sandstone school building situated on a large parcel of land comprising 40 city lots in a warehouse district in the Victoria Park community immediately south of downtown Calgary. A large addition, constructed in 1961, is not included in the designation. Constructed of Paskapoo sandstone, a local material unique to the Calgary area, in a simply detailed Edwardian classical style, the school was built in 1912 as an addition to an earlier sandstone school building that was later demolished. At the time of its construction, Calgary was known as Sandstone City. From 1914 to 1930, it housed the Victoria Provisional School and was one of 4 buildings used as an emergency hospital during an influenza epidemic that occurred in 1918.
Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want to know. Secrets start in your heart
This impressive classical building, named for the Royal Scottish Castle, was the last of the Sandstone schools built in Calgary and one of the most expensive at nearly $250,000. Construction began in 1913, and originally designed as an elementary school, it was ready for students in September of 1914. It also accommodated high school students under Principal William Aberhart until Crescent Heights High School opened in 1929. The clock for the tower was never purchased. Stories about the missing clock include the works being returned to England, never to be seen again, and the clock sinking with the Titanic. Near the end of the First World War, a clock face was painted with hands pointing to 4 o'clock. The gymnasium was added in 1955 and was damaged during a dance by a homemade bomb in 1958 and by a fire in 1963.